Huh. I must have overslept after fighting Icther. It was a really good fight, but I should probably take a few days to rest, build up the house, take care of the pigs. And Hugin says that I have to go sacrifice the next Forsaken, this elder guy. I don't really know where to find him, but I have a feeling he's going to be somewhere in that dark forest. We should probably go explore. Well, good morning to you, Jim and Pam, and our two new little friends. I love how we're growing our little family here. I have to go on a trip for a few days, but I hope you guys will forgive me, and I'll bring back some berries. North seemed like a good option, but I'm not seeing anything. I remember seeing a forest before, but I was too scared to go in. After fighting Icther, I can do anything now. I think we found it. The trees are starting to change, and it looks familiar, but that guy looks huge. Much bigger than the red guy. I have to fight him, but can I do it? Of course I can. I'm Astrid the Great. I haven't been able to make any progress on this guy because of the other two, but I need a break. Maybe if I chase them around with the fire, they'll leave me alone for a second, and I can get some good hits in. But I have to take out the other two before I can take on this big guy. It looks like the flint arrows are doing a ton of damage. Just a few more shots. I did it! Never a doubt. Something's drawing me to this black forest, though. I feel like I have to go find something. I just don't know what it is. Where did this guy come from? It looks like there's a cave over there. Hugin? Delves and dungeons can be found across the 10th world. They are monuments of the past and most often filled with riches of civilizations long lost. Remember to bring a light source. I want to go check it out, but I'm gonna kill these guys first so I don't get attacked on the way out. Now I have to see what's inside. I don't know why these guys are protecting it. Glowing yellow mushrooms. They don't look too appetizing, but they might be better than some of my other food. I don't like the sounds and how dark it is, but I feel like I should just take it slow and everything will work out. Oh no! Why are the skeletons so big in here? I guess they can't get through the door though, so maybe I can use it to my advantage? I just need to take it nice and slow. Where did the second one come from? This is gonna be really challenging, but I'm Astrid the Great. I can do this. One down, one to go. There's another one? Where are these guys coming from? I need to get out of here for a second. It's funny how peaceful it seems out here compared to in there. But I'm not giving up. I can do this. Okay, it'll be easier to fight them one at a time. Easy peasy. What's over here? I don't want the bad juju for picking those up. Maybe there's some more hallways? Nope. Dead end. I'm a little lost, but I think I know my way back. Okay, this looks like where we came in, but what's down here? Nothing. Maybe this other way? There's a ton of doors. I don't know which way is which, but I'll figure it out. Fighting these guys isn't too bad. Another hallway down, and just a few more to go. This looks like a bigger room, and I can see one hiding behind the door, but what else is here? There's a ton of them, and what's that glowing purple thing? It looks like they're spawning from there? I need to get rid of it so I can get into the room, but I need to fight these guys somewhere else, more open. Just need to figure out how to push my way through. No running away this time. Just fight. Oh no! My club broke. I guess I need to use my bow and arrow, but it's kind of hard to do up close. I got this. You can do this, Astrid. Finally. Now I just need to get rid of these guys and we're good to go. Ouch! I need a second. That one really hurt. Okay, the big guy's down. Now we just have the little one, and we can explore this room finally. What's this? A Sialing core? I remember these. I can make a smelter and a kiln from these. I need to find some more, though. What is that? Is that a ghost? It looks like he can't get through the door either. But I see more Sialing cores. I just have to take him out first. Look at all these gems and all these Sialing cores. This is crazy. I think that's everything. It's time to get out of here. I must have been fighting in there all day. It's so cold and foggy. How am I going to be able to find my way? I feel like there's more creatures out here now that it's nighttime. I've got to get home. Okay, there's only a few of them, and I'll probably be able to lose them. These boars aren't helping either. And it's raining. What else could be worse? It looks like an abandoned house. Maybe I can camp out here for the night. This'll do. Sleep is a river and dreams are live fish. You wake in the morning with your net empty. That wasn't as comfortable as home, but I might be able to stay here for a bit and go back into the forest. This is considerably closer, and I need to get more of those cores. I remember how to make a furnace and a kiln, but I don't know what else I might need them for. Okay, I can save my stuff here for now and head into the forest. I just need to find some more caves, and who knows what else I'll find. I feel like I'm getting so much stronger fighting these guys. What does this say? Let all who read me be aware of the Grey Dwarfs, the skulkers in darkness, the soulless ones. They are born from rotten rainfall. They spring like mushrooms from the smoking soil. There is nothing on their tongues or behind their eyes. Those who fear nothing should still fear them. When the soul of a murderer or a great sinner rots under the ground, it makes a hollow cyst which draws rock and wood from the moss to it. It gathers up the peat into flesh, braids reeds into bone, and takes rags for skin. It should not walk, but when the night comes, it walks. Should you read this, see one with a sword in your hand, lance it and let it out, or put it to the torch, for it fears the flame. So I was right. They are afraid of fire. I need some of this tin, and I remember I needed copper, like Hugin mentioned, but I haven't found any yet. Hugin, it's so nice to see a familiar face in here. Raw ore needs to be refined in the smelter before you can work it at the forge. To build a smelter, you will need Sterling cores. Search for them in the dark places beneath the earth. What would I do without my good friend Hugin to confirm I was right? I just need to find more caves, more cores, and then I can process the minerals that we find. I wonder if there's any more aside from the copper and the tin, though. That looks like some kind of troll. I want to fight him because I think I can use his skin for something. Maybe I can make some better armor than the rags I'm wearing. Oh boy, he's bigger than I thought, and he can pick up bigger rocks than those Grey Dwarfs. I didn't mean to pick up this many friends along the way, but he's almost gone. If I can just get rid of him, I'll be able to get rid of them. Phew. I was getting nervous there for a sec. It looks like a few more want to play. Okay, now that that's done, I need to go get this troll stuff. I remember now. I can make all sorts of armor with this troll hide. It looks like another cave. Let's go get some more cores. Oh no, there's so many of them. I feel like I'm in trouble. If I can just take this slow, I think I should be okay like last time. No, I think I went the wrong way, and I'm trapped. What happened? And why does my body hurt? Maybe Hugin can tell me. Each time you are struck down, you will forget a small part of your abilities and drop your belongings at the site of the accident. If you wish you were home by now, I'd recommend building a bed, wherever home may be. I have a bed, but this is not my home. I'm going to defeat the Forsaken, and I'm going to get to Valhalla. I need to get out of here. I think I remember where the accident was. I got overrun by skeletons and got trapped into a corner. I've got to get to my stuff, though. I can't be running around here naked. It feels unreal to be back here. This is definitely the cave where it happened, though. As long as I take it slow and rest when I need to, I'll be okay. I think my stuff is this way. There it is. It's all my stuff. I gotta get my armor on. That way I'm protected when those guys come back. I remember there being a lot more of them. It looks like he got staggered by that hit. Maybe I can get better at blocking their shots rather than focusing on hitting back. Okay, let's go get those cores and take it a lot slower this time. Okay, that side is cleared out and we only had 2 cores. Maybe there's more on this side. Oh no, it looks like my club broke. I guess I have to stick with a bow and arrow for now. It's a dead end. There were so many guys in that cave for really only 2 cores. That can't be right. I've got to get back before all the creatures come out. They like to come out at night, and it's a little bit chilly. It looks like another abandoned house. Maybe I can fix it up. This is much closer to the forest than the other one. It looks like day is breaking. I must have stayed up all night fighting and trying to find those cores in that cave. I should still set this place up though. It can't hurt to have another base. All set up, nice and cozy. I just have to repair my stuff and I want to find a better cave. I can't believe I fought all of those skeletons just for 2 cores. If I just follow the shoreline, I'm sure I'll find another cave somewhere. This looks like an above-ground cave, but these guys look pretty tough protecting it. I'm a little hurt. I need to run away from these guys. Huh. It looks like they don't like the gray dwarfs either. Maybe I can use that to my advantage if I'm stuck. I almost feel bad for the little gray dwarfs that they're beating up. I don't think I can take another hit from these guys. I gotta get inside. Okay, I feel like I'm ready. Slowly now, Astrid. Oh no, that hurt. And I'm kind of trapped here because I can't go outside with those other guys. Oh, thank God. There's no one in here. I can take a second to breathe. Let's do this. Nope. Back in. What is wrong with me? Why can't I fight these guys? I just feel so weak, and all of their hits, I don't want to die again. It looks like they walked away, or they forgot about me. Maybe I can sneak up behind them. It looks like another big room, but I've got to fight my way through. I got this. Take that, little guy. And you too, Spawner. I'm so sick of this. It finally looks like I'm all clear. What was that thing that was glowing in there? The Elder! We found him. He seems really far, though. I don't really know how I'm gonna get to him. But I don't know. I just want this stuff. And these gems and these coins and these cores. I want it all. I deserve it after fighting those skeletons. This is awesome. We're getting so many more cores. This is a great cave. I'll be able to build the furnace and kiln in no time. Why is that guy green? I have to fight him, just maybe in this more open area. I don't think I should let him touch me, though. That club looks like it hurts. Okay, now that that's done, what was he protecting? Another spawner. Great. Maybe I can just shoot it from here. Okay, now what was behind that green guy and the spawner and all of these other guys? The same map location and a bunch of gems, coins, and cores. Well, it was worth it, I guess. I think I can go build all of those things now. I forgot about these guys. I don't think that they'll leave me alone, so I probably do have to fight them. On second thought, maybe I can lose them. It's starting to get a little cold. I guess I should get inside. After staying up last night, this is about to be the best sleep. You fall asleep planning for the next day's labor, and in your dreams you complete it, hewing wood, foraging for food, and hunting after swift deer. You return home exhausted but happy, only to be awakened and find the day is still ahead of you. It's been a few days since I've seen Jim and Pam. I should probably go check on them and maybe build some stuff around the house. Take a break from these caves. Home sweet home, and how I missed my little babies. How are you doing, Pam and Jim? Oh, it looks like the babies grew up. I guess I should probably give them some names too. We have Dwight, Penny, and Sam. I have some major chores to do today. I have to collect the honey, get myself organized, and I have to start processing the tin, but I haven't found any copper. Between all of those caves, no nodes, and Hugin said that they would be around. Maybe I need to go find another forest to find some copper. Speaking of my good friend, here he is. Deposit your raw ore into this furnace and it will melt away all the impurities, leaving you with a bar of refined metal to work at the forge. You'll need coal to fuel the smelter. Coal can be produced by building a kiln and loading it with wood. I need to go get some more wood. I know I haven't really been home long, but I need to go find another forest and find copper. I'm sorry, Jim and Pam, but I'll be back soon. I promise. It looks like a forest, but it's starting to get dark. I should build a little shelter, set up camp for the night, and start mining and looking for copper tomorrow. This'll do for tonight. I need to get some rest before a big day tomorrow. You fall into the deep well of sleep and dream only of darkness. Today's the day. I'm gonna go find some copper, make some better armor, and we're gonna have to figure out how to go find the Elder soon. Would you look at that? Copper. And not too far from the base that we just built. I just have to dig out this node. It looks like there's a bunch more underground. I gotta keep digging. Man, this ore feels so heavy compared to the wood and other resources I've been gathering since being here. I wonder if I can set up a smelter and another kiln over here. That way I can process them faster. Why is the ground shaking? And the forest looks... Where did these guys come from? I'm surrounded. I don't know what to do. I can't just keep running around in circles, but it looks like that green guy is healing everyone. Hugan, I'm a little busy. I don't think that this is the time. And I know that there's monsters at my camp. I've got to figure out how to take these guys out, but there's too many of them, and I'm just surrounded. Maybe if I take them into the forest, I can lose them? I don't know what I'm gonna find in here, but it can't be any worse than what is back there. Okay, it looks like I lost a bunch of them. I can take these guys out. Okay, last one. I feel like my whole day got derailed by that, but I guess there's some daylight left for me to get more copper. It's getting late, and the greylings and grey dwarfs are starting to come out. I should probably get to bed and call it a night. On second thought, it's not too dangerous, and it's pretty short to get back to the main base. I should probably go grab some cores, and then I'll be able to process all of the ores while I mine tomorrow. Home sweet home, but I'm exhausted. I need to get to bed. You fall into the deep well of sleep and dream only of darkness. I feel like I've been so tired lately that I just stopped having dreams. I'm knocked out, and I hope that nothing bad is going on at night. Today's kind of a crummy day, though. I should probably stay back, do some chores, chop down some wood, and wait for the storm to pass before I go back to the forest. I remember, the forge will allow me to build all sorts of weapons and tools. I'm so excited to figure out how I can make my life better here, at least for the temporary amount of time that I'll be here. I really need to build a better shelter for these guys. They don't deserve to be attacked like that. I remember now. If I make bronze from the copper and tin, and I make nails, I can build a cart. That'll make it so much easier to transport all of that ore back into the base. Now that the storm has passed, I can go mining, and this cart is gonna make it so much easier. I'm exhausted. I don't have the energy to do anything else today. You dream of a river running uphill, of the green shoots turning downward into the earth. The last 12 days were incredibly difficult. They all seemed to blend together, but I can't believe I made it. Here's how I got here. On day 12 in Valheim, I woke up and I just continued mining. On my way back to the main house, I found the biggest boar in the wild, and I knew I couldn't just slaughter him in cold blood, so I brought him back and I set up a pen for him and another friend. When I woke up the next morning, I knew I couldn't leave our new friends alone, so to get them to like me, I stuck around. I chopped down some wood, and I decided to build an addition to my house. Knowing how many resources I was gathering, and considering I was going to go fight the Elder soon, I wanted to have a more spacious place to come back to. I had most of the roof built, but then it started to get cold, and I could feel night falling, so I had to get to bed. I was exhausted from building all day. I continued to build on my 14th day in Valheim. It was starting to look more homely, and I was proud of my work. A stupid greyling was attacking my new friends, but I realized that they were calmer than usual. They finally loved me, and they warmed up. This big boy, I decided to name him Benny, and his girlfriend over here, that's Haley. I left them alone for 2 seconds just to expand the pen, and they could meet some friends, and they already had a baby. I just knew that he was going to grow up to be super big too. When I was trying to expand and give them more space, Benny made a break for it, and he ran all the way back to where I found him. I can't really blame him though. I understand what it's like to be taken from your home and wanting to go back. I built him a little pen so that he could be protected from everything else around him, and I knew I would be back for him soon. I cried myself to sleep that night in a temporary shelter I built near him. I felt like a failure to protect him, and the next day, I built a road so that it would be easier to get to him. I also started to build a shelter for the other friends. I knew that I wanted to protect them from the rain, and I also wanted to protect them from all of the enemies that were trying to attack us. I don't want them to escape like Benny. I don't want them to want to escape. I want them to love me, I want them to love each other, and I want to build a home where we're all happy. I went to sleep that night, dreading the fact that I have to leave them again and go fight the Forsaken. I set out the next day to go back to the Black Forest and collect more resources. I needed more tin in order to make some tools so that I stood a chance against the Elder. I slept in a temporary base near the Black Forest. I knew the next day I would have to stay and collect more resources. I found some pine trees to collect core wood, another cave where I found more cores, and I found some skeletons. I missed all of my friends though, so I grabbed my cart and I headed back home. After processing all of my resources, I built a tool to turn the soil and to plant some carrot seeds that I had found in the Black Forest. I went to sleep that night feeling accomplished that I can build a better life for me, Jim, Pam, and all of our other friends. On my 18th day in Valheim, I stopped by to give Benny some love on my way to the copper node, and when I started mining, I got some help from an unexpected enemy. After letting the troll take out the copper node, I took him out, and I headed back home to go finish the shelter for my friends. I was stalling, but I knew what I had to do. I had to go find the Elder. I set up a portal so I could easily travel back and forth once I made it there, and I headed south along the shore. I traveled through the Black Forest, fighting all of the enemies who came my way, and when the sun started to set, I set a portal down and went back home to get a good night's sleep. On my 21st day in Valheim, I built a boat. There was no way that I could get to him without traveling on the sea. I set sail into the deep ocean, and right before I reached the island, I found a family of 3 turtles in the ocean. I jumped on their backs to try to chip away at the barnacles and help them, but they all got angry and swam away. I made it to the island where some grey dwarfs and a troll were standing to meet me. I put a portal down and went back home to sleep for the night. I needed a good night's rest before I came face to face with the second Forsaken, the Elder. When I reached the altar, it said to burn their young, so I offered him the ancient seeds from the grey dwarfs. When the elder stood up, he was as tall as the trees in the forest. He was very angry and brought his roots. They all tried to attack me, but I dodged every single one of them. He shot his branches at me, but I had to be creative in where I hid. I knew that he wouldn't destroy his own altar, so I used it often. I eventually called the power of Icther. I was weak and I could no longer run. I needed to be fast enough to dodge all of his attacks. He fell weak throughout the day. Couldn't take my fire arrows any longer, but he brought his allies in the forest to help him. I struggled to find a balance in fighting the trolls, fighting the grey dwarfs, and fighting the elder. I eventually brought him far enough away from his altar so that I could head back and rest. I could no longer fight until I became rested again. After a few minutes of resting, I found him deep in the forest where his attacks were relentless. Trees were falling, rocks were destroyed, and there was nowhere left for me to hide. After a while, night began to fall. I was cold, but I had to continue fighting. I realized he was stuck in a rock. The troll must have destroyed it, he must have destroyed it, and he couldn't move his feet. His enemies had betrayed him, but it gave me the chance to stand in the wreckage and shoot him from far away. I was no longer being attacked, and I could take him down. It was a long battle throughout the day and night, but just as the day broke, he was gone. The sky returned to normal color, and the enemies had all gone away. When I had approached the Elder with caution, I found the Elder trophy that I could sacrifice. He also dropped a key that was labeled Swamp. I knew that I would need this when I found a swamp off the coast of this island, but I needed a few days to rest before I traveled there. So that's how I ended up here. I hope I made you proud, Aiden. I was a strong warrior, and I deserve to get to Valhalla. I've now sacrificed 2 Forsaken, and I only have 5 more to meet.